Today we have Chloe. So Chloe, I'd love for you to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your industry and what you do.
Yes, my name is Chloe Ostreich and I run my own consultancy. I work as a coach, coaching CEOs and senior executives, helping them increase their emotional intelligence, their personal presence, and their confidence.
Wow. Okay. And thank you for sharing that, Chloe. What made you want to speak to Andrew Rana, join the Influencer Project?
I actually had a personal recommendation from some colleagues who
Okay.
were very satisfied
Yeah.
with the program. And of course, I became incredibly curious. And then I initially joined the webinar with Andrew and Rana.
Yeah.
And I loved getting the little bite-sized pieces. And fair to say, I wanted to learn more.
What is the value directly and sort of indirectly that's happened for your business since being a part of the Influencer Project?
Look, I think for somebody who works for themselves as a one-woman show,
Mm.
you don't get that opportunity very often where you have an incredible team of mentors or people around you who hold up the mirror. That's what I do to my clients every day.
Mm.
So it's incredibly invaluable to have people who you trust and who are experts in their field. Obviously, they've built a successful business. It's very
Yeah.
obvious. So that's probably been the most invaluable lesson. I'm not even going to touch on the monetary value because, well, maybe I should touch on that because everyone wants to hear that.
I think they do. I think there's some really good points there. That you were holding up, people held up the mirror. There's some great points there on people that you can trust, and so that's things that people want to hear. But obviously, they want to hear about the opportunity too that you've created so far. So if you don't mind sharing a ballpark figure, that'd be fantastic.
Look, for me, I think it's more about the fact that I started just before Christmas.
Mm.
And I think it is the general assumption, and I was certainly in the position where I immediately assumed this is going to be a really, really tricky period to get any business.
Yeah.
But boy, was I wrong. I had a lot of people sign up and put a deposit down on, not necessarily on Christmas Day, but probably on New Year's Day, once people had that break. And I've started a lot of conversations with people via LinkedIn in that short period between Christmas and New Year's Eve. And I suppose the reason why that is because you finally have access to the CEOs because they finally get a chance to be on LinkedIn.
Mm.
So you speak
Yeah.
to the decision makers directly. So from a monetary value, because I know everyone wants to hear about that, let me put it this way. I started the year 2020 with a fantastic plan, with locked-in clients and work that I'm doing currently. And it's fair to say that is probably double the amount to what it was in 2019 because I wasn't equipped and I didn't start the year with work that was already locked in.
Yeah, I've been really lucky, Chloe, to be a part of your journey so far. And I know this personally. So you've been in business now for maybe 5 to 6 years. And this is the first time that you've gone away on holidays and then come back with January and February booked out with sales meetings and jobs on. And that you're so busy that you're having to look to bring on staff.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that, when you think about you went into Christmas, finishing off the year with a full book of sales meetings and delivery, you really set yourself up for a fantastic 2020. And it's been a magnificent journey to see you hustling and getting those through. Chloe, what I'd like to quickly ask you now is, what would you say to someone thinking about joining the Influencer Project?
Do it, but be prepared to put in the work because success isn't going to come from itself. You have to really be committed to putting in the work. And yes, it is a lot of work and it is time consuming, but so is every business, right? That's why we're doing what we're doing.
Time,
So
time consuming, but what?
time consuming but effective in a monetary sense, effective in a mental being stimulated, effective in all areas.
Wonderful. And when you think about the areas that you've been affected in, what are those areas specifically?
Look, it's interesting. I of course, having more money in the bank account is amazing.
Mm,
But me personally, and I might be different, I'm not, while I enjoy making more money, I'm not personally driven by money. For me,
mm.
the biggest takeaway is to get to spend time with you, to get to spend time with Andrew and Rana on a daily, weekly basis. The hours that I have with you guys they're invaluable. They are life changing. They are business changing. So yeah, it's been extraordinary.
It's been a massive journey. What was the one reason for you joining the tip? Is there a service that you expected with us? Like what was that number one reason?
I think you guys did a fantastic job on the marketing front. And I think, dollars, numbers speak louder than words. So seeing all these incredible success stories and seeing people, double their income in X amount of months and having a system in place, having a strategy to move forward were probably the three major points why I said, I really need to do this.
Yeah, okay. So it's been in business for 5 years, and now not knowing that you don't have a sales system or a marketing system to be able to create repeatable business that allows you to take time out of your business and it still grows without you being there. Is that kind of a fair assumption, fair to say?
I think I'll answer it with another statement, which is, and I think this is the most exciting part.
Hmm.
A lot of people heavily rely on their network
Hmm.
and on word of mouth. And as somebody who is a massive control freak and hates relying on people, this is so unbelievably exciting because you don't have to rely on your network to hustle for you. You're hustling for yourself, but you're doing it in a very strategic way. And you're getting access to people who you otherwise perhaps wouldn't speak to because they're there on LinkedIn. So I think that's another really amazing part about taking charge, you're being your own boss, you're in control of it. It's not your network. It's not sitting at home and waiting and hoping that somebody's going to refer you or hoping that word of mouth is going to do its job. You're doing it yourself and you are taught a strategy on knowing how to do that.
I love it. I absolutely love it. In one word, how would you describe the influencer project process?
So many words come to my mind, but I'd probably go with the most impactful word with it, which is business changing. It truly has been business changing.
I love that. I love that. Any other thoughts or last words about the influencer process that you think would be helpful for others to know and understand?
It's very clear. It's very clear. I mean, at the very start, you get asked numerous times, are you ready to commit the time to this program? If you don't, then don't sign up. I think
Mm,
that's very clear. And everything else that comes after that is also very clear. So no, probably not.
okay, cool. All right, Chloe, it was lovely having you on the jam session today. And I think that you have an inspiring story and I appreciate you sharing it.
Thank you. Thanks, Ben.
Thank you.